Hello, so this vlog is over The Life in the Iron Mills by Rebecca Harding Davis. She, I feel like, is one of the poets that kind of is a combination of everyone with her themes and just writing style. I feel like she's very different compared to, like, for example, Walt Whitman, how it was more poetic and just set up, but this one is more of a kind of fictional type of writing. So in the beginning, with her introduction, I felt like it was very detailed. I could easily imagine the scene that she was portraying, and it was very dreary, kind of depressing in a way. It says, "A cloudy day. Do you know what that is in a town of ironworks? The sky sank down before dawn, muddy, flat, immovable. The air is thick, clammy, with the breath of crowded human beings. It stifles me." So, not a place that I feel like anyone would want to be, but very dreary. It kind of, the physical aspect of the town um, plays a large role in, the actual town itself, the people and the environment it is. The weather and the physical aspect of it plays a large role into, what this story is about. And so the kind of description of the town itself and of the ironworks and of the industry, this is all pointing towards or representing the lower class and the oppression that they face. I'm, basically describing how it's not a place where anyone would want to be. It's dreary, it's miserable. All the physical aspects of it go into the actual things of the middle class the lower class and the tough things that they face. And with that being said, how the story in itself kind of represents the lower class. Davis is actually writing this story for the middle to upper class. She's not writing it to entertain the lower class and say, describe their situation and say it's awful, it's not good, no one would want to be here, because no one wants to hear that. So she's specifically writing for the people not in this class and giving some insight for the lower class. And she's really writing this in the hopes of sparking a change with the class structure of America. How it's so rigidly broken down from lower to middle to upper class, and showing how the lower class really doesn't have any hope, or it's just this vicious cycle of trying to claw their way out, but being unable to because of society, because of the middle to upper class, possibly because they're not letting them subconsciously, but just, how this country was built on the American dream, and saying that, with hard work and dedication, you can rise up out of poverty and you can become successful if you want to. But this story is really demonstrating how that's a great foundation, but its practicality it's really not there. And discussing furthermore about the lower class, how it's described that they are so blinded and unaware of this idea of social mobility, that they can follow the American dream, that they can get themselves out of this situation, but they're so blinded by this idea from their current situation and from their idea that they have to survive. They have to put this much work into just getting by, and not even fathoming the idea of becoming as wealthy as these people that are around them, or around this in the country. And so it's a harsh reality, but Davis obviously felt it was very important, because she wouldn't have wrote it if she didn't feel confident about it, and she didn't feel like this needed to be addressed to the public. And she shines the truth on the lower class. She's not kind of sugarcoating it and saying, oh, they don't have a lot of money, but they're happy and they're prospering. Obviously, they're not. And she shows, the misery in that vicious cycle of, forever struggling and not reaching their potential that they could have because of this, the situations. And so really, a lot of symbolism with this. It's obviously a story between a man and a woman and kind of just the society in itself. But she intertwines this story, this fictional story, with this great message, which that is why she is, I assume her to be kind of a collaboration of all these poets, because some poets we've read before were strictly political and just kind of informative and getting their point across. And then others are poetic and literature based and, just storytelling. Where this, Davis is kind of intertwining those two and creating Life in the Ironworks. So hopefully this can spark some discussion. So thank you.